That's got to be fixed. Good morning, everybody. I know it's been a while since we've been out here. Fall going into winter. These are going to be our winter bananas. Let's hope they will survive any freezes we have in the upcoming month. You could see the butterfly garden. BB cleaned it out. But this here will be the biggest bananas we've ever had. You can see new growth on one side. Butterfly garden again. She ripped out a lot of all the dead ones. Only ones left are going to give us our last blossoms. You can see the difference from the last video when we did the cooking of the mofongo, and she didn't care for these bananas, but we are going to turn these bananas into chips. So this is the last of it, getting it cleaned up. Gonna have to put some dirt in here soon, probably by November. Twice a year, November and April, is when you put the soils and stuff are going on. I love these little ones here. But I know some of you guys like our gardening stuff. Jasmine tree is like a bad haircut day. Our avocado tree did some good growth over the summer. She cleaned that out. That's where you seen the tomatoes. And you can see all the trees that are flowers, and the papaya trees. The new papaya tree is doing good. This banana tree is doing excellent, but still not produced nothing yet. So who knows, that might be next year. And you can see how it's all cleaned out. BB came out here and cleaned it all out. Our pineapple tree, hopefully, they're looking good. We'll get some pineapples. This is the Haas, the small avocado tree. They're growing in good. Lemon tree, we're gonna have to start trimming off these. That was like a virus or something that got our lemons. So would have had a bunch of lemons, but the virus got us. These water trees, they blossom good. They're getting ready to take a new shape. Elephant ear mulch I gotta turn. That probably won't be ready till maybe by the summer of next year. Got the juice. These here produce real good. We had a flower. That's the, can't remember what, aloe tree. These were over here. They were supposed to knock the tree down, but neighbor didn't want the tree knocked down because it is technically on his property. The people in the back were going to cut it, but he told them no because he has a tractor. So this will have to turn. So basically, in Florida, got some flowers up front, still blooming, giving in their last blooms. Let's see the avocado over there. Those will be picked in around November. Grass is looking good. Thanks for the advice of you guys telling me to keep it at 3.5. This has been the most amazingest grass year I've ever had in my whole entire life in Florida. It feels soft. I mean, it doesn't die quickly. So I'll be walking around today getting some of these ant holes, sprinkling some medicine. That vine there, it's going through its changes. That orange tree never gave us nothing. Don't know why. Again, could be heat, could be a disease. We might have to trim that up a little bit there. But other than that, guys, this is the time of the year where we'll inspect the garage. I mean the shed. Go through all our stuff, see what needs to be repaired as it is cool outside. And I will be weeding today. this might be the final weedy till possibly next year. So this should be the last of the trimming till next year. So I'll get this weed eating job done. I'm not going to do both houses at once. But like I said, we're trying to catch up with everything now that it's cool. I'm eventually going to have to move those bricks over at my parents' place over there. This avocado, like I said, she's looking good. Still November. Only thing I'm scared of is that this tree has new growth to it and I can't find those avocados up on top. I haven't seen nothing on the ground yet. Gonna clean this up eventually over the winter time. This is where the gondolas, they did not take. This is another winter banana tree. These are the different bananas from the one over there. This banana tree, she's getting ready to, that's the peepee. So she's gonna have some. Now this is the better banana tree or plantain tree that gives the better flavor. But they're the smaller version of it, not the big version like my parents have at the house in Puerto Rico. That's a different Mexican. BB didn't care for the taste. Again, every banana is not going to be the same. These are the potatoes my mother had. Trimmed that up. You notice all the garbage is gone there. I threw all the coolers and everything away. So that's practically looking good. And you can see the other avocado here. And I think there is one more. She was around here. But the thing is with these leaves growing now, they're going to be harder to see. I had them pinpointed, but let me see if I can find that other one. Oh, here it is, right here in front of my face. That's the other one right there. I think I had counted up to 8. And oh yeah, there's one right there. But again, you're talking about, I don't see the ones on the other side. And I see the 3 up there. Let me see, right there. Where the heck, come on. There she is. I don't see the one on the other side because there's been some growth on this tree. The oranges are still coming in, and her lemon. And then again, like I said, eventually I will be taking all that stuff here, and I have to put it on that pile there. That's the biggest of them all. But again, it's not happening all in one shot. So, because again, everything's starting to grow slow now. In the wintertime, it doesn't hardly ever rain in the wintertime. But all these little things, they're starting to make their homes and getting ready for the winter. So that's basically where we're at. But I gotta see about those other ones up there. I just hope, like I said, it's just because I didn't. Oh yeah, there she is. I see her right there. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. There it is, right? Is that it? I don't know. Let me see if I can get it in. There it is, right there. And I think there was 1 or 2 that way, but they're being hidden because the leaves have grown. So, and again, I remember there was 8 avocados. But like I said, today I'm going to trim up the edges because, again, the grass is growing slow. I finally removed the mirror, so just been doing little by little yard work, guys. What are you guys doing for your getting ready into the winter and for next year? And you can see here, I sprayed some weed killer. Got to redo that sign. The sun took a toll on that, man. I mean, I hate to say it, but it does look like a peepee now that it's faded. The roses did amazing up front. Then they did in the back. That little one too, she grew good. This is coming in. Like I said, they're all getting ready to go to bed. That's another butterfly. BB's just gonna have to come in here now and start removing these, saving the seeds. Again, if you guys want some seeds, email us your address, whatever, we'll send you them. It's just a mixture of seeds, so there's no specific seeds, but this definitely have to get cleaned out. And she did real good this year. Yeah, this year is getting ready to come to their end pretty soon. So, grass is growing in since they dug up the ditch. And again, the lawn has been looking its best. Again, for you guys always throwing the suggestions out, is the best lawn I've ever had in my whole entire time since being here in Florida, because I used to cut it on 2. And you guys were saying no, 3.5 to 4, so that it stays green. Cutting it too low, it's dying. And yeah, you guys are the best. So I'm gonna go start weed eating, and hope you guys are having a good day. Try to get out and do something. If you can't, that's fine. Just follow along with us. This is another project. BB's gonna build something over there. All I gotta do is say one thing. When you're young and you own a house, get out and do it. Because you start getting our age and the older and older, it's not like you can't do it, but it becomes, you know, your body is not the same like when you're younger. So, and then that's more that you have to maintain. So I try to keep it to the minimalist, because again, the heat, your body, you get older, it's not the same if you're young. But I think this is pretty decent. This should take us until, you know, the end of our life to maintain easily. All right, just wanted to show you our second compost pile. This, I think, is 2 years old, but you can definitely see the breakdown. So, you see how the breakdown? So this definitely here can go into next year's garden or somewhere. The other one, I still think maybe 2027, because she added some new one, and I'll show you the difference. But this here, I'm gonna keep twisting it up, and so we can eat the rest of that. Now this one here, because BB added newly to it, like the other bananas we didn't eat, and of course our scraps and stuff here. Let me see what the bottom looks like on this one. But I know this might not be ready next year. It might be ready at the end of next year. I'm gonna do the same thing to this one I just did to the other one. We could probably still add a little bit more here. Like I said, I still give this till the end. What's happening is that don't put banana leaves in there, and don't put these trunks in there. Those trunks will not compost quick. They still have water in them. That's what's slowing the process down there. So as far as the banana leaves and everything, you see this here, that's still what that's going to take forever to compost down. So don't put that in here. We water that every time we water the plants. We water the compost. It has drains on the bottom to keep it moist, but don't put those in here. You can see some of the sticks, or these are the ones that fell out. Those will break down good, but this will break down nice now. You can see I gave it a buzz cut. So basically, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, you went down too far. That's fine. We got crabgrass here. I don't want to see that weed eater until next year. A lot of our crabgrass will grow towards there, so that's why I gave it that buffer. So even though in the wintertime I'll continue to cut the grass, but it's less work on me. So that's why I buzzed that all down there. And you can see that's less work on me from now till next year. And then that's the fence. that I took off over here because, again, my mother wanted to fence up. The gondolas didn't take this year. That, if you see all the grass clippings I have here, look at all that. Look at all that. I mean, that can be used as compost, which I'll probably put in the compost pile. But all that is I have to maintain. And I keep telling her, I'm not like, you know, they're going to be in their 90s, 100s. They can't come out here and keep that clean. I got to keep it clean. Just remember, the Bible says God will not give you more than what you can handle. But doesn't mean that humans, parents, people, you know, they give you stuff. That's not what God gave you. What God gives you, you can handle. What people give you doesn't mean you can handle it. That's why you have to specifically be careful what challenges you take on as you get older in life. Because again, not only are you going to have God's challenges, don't let people put challenges on you, because those you cannot handle. Okay, so just remember that people's that put stuff on you, you can't handle that. But if God puts something on you, you can handle it. So, and all this is from when I sprayed. It looks good. I might spray one more time, or I just might leave it till next year. But like I said, it's all about going through this winter time until next year to bring us less work. Because like I said, I mean, we still got to paint this here. You know, we got some projects we still have to finish up. Got to get the gondolas ready. We got to trim that over there. I don't know if she's going to pull any more weeds. Eventually, those flowers. But like I said, you know, and then like I said, I still got to do those rocks. So be easy on your body. I still got to trim all this back here. But I just wanted to show you where I was at, what I did around the house, how I gave it I'll call it a fade, like in a haircut. When people cut their hair as low as they can because it grows fast and you don't want to keep going to the hairstylist, you know, well, in the wintertime, you usually let your hair grow. In the summertime, but this was the winter fade here. So, and but I'm still going to continue cutting the grass on 3.5. So, all right, let me finish up here, guys. Because oh yeah, that's another thing. Her friggin' that porcupine tree cactus, I got to rip a lot of those off because it's going to the ground. It's a lot of work this winter, or fall going into winter. Alrighty. Sorry about preaching before, guys. I really don't get into all that preaching stuff, but I know some people like to say stuff. That's one project in the comments. Like, you know, like, oh, they always like to use that God stuff, that God's not going to give you more than you can handle. That's got to be fixed. This is the main one that I will need God's help, because that's sunk in there. That's be my third or fourth time trying to fix it. Never get it right every time. The other side looks good, but this side here, man, that's going to be a project. And then I have that one. And then, of course, the big one in the back. That brick one. It's getting hot now. I did my house, half that house there. So tomorrow, when I come out here, it's not so much on me. But this is the big project here. Once I weed all this down and everything. I've showed this in the past. It's getting all these bricks and those bricks there on that pallet. Oranges are looking good. And like I said, a lot of these or the fall or winter, whatever the hell we're in. Oranges there. All right, I've already did all the ant mounds that I can see. Dusted everything. Woo! And tomorrow's another day. Another day not getting paid. Till the next one.